That certainly looks a bit different around here. Just a little bit. So we need shops. We need shops and we... Oops. Probably don't need to walk into fire. We could probably use side quests if there are any hanging around.
This is an injustice!
I'd seen the footage, but that shit could be doctored easily. These people are probably...
Right, so not everyone's been arrested. Some people are just chilling. That's cool. Now, let's forget which way we can go to get to the shop. Is it this way? Or is this just the police station end of town again? Yeah, it is. We can go through the subway bit. See what we can see through here. Bet those dancing guys have been arrested.
Sorry, but we've diverted all the trams. There are no more coming to this station. But how am I supposed to get home?
Yeah.
They tripped me from behind and stripped me of my purse.
You've been arrested for
Were there
dancing
any
like a
witnesses?
wazzock.
Yeah, but they refused to stick around to wait for you guys.
It's sounding feistier in this direction. That's probably a good sign.
I thought the police overreacted.
Oh yeah, it's all kicked off. Christ. Of course, while the cops are doing all of this, they don't give a shit about Grayson.
How may I be of service?
More smash gun locking devices. We will take them. But first, the saloning. Sweet, now what have we got for sale? Lots of those devices. Very welcome. Lots of upgrades for guns and whatnot. I think our guns are probably upgraded enough though at this stage. We've probably got plenty of ammo as well. We generally seem to acquire
Always a
more
pleasure.
than we use. Let's see. Can we examine our gun? So does that mean there's still upgrades for that gun? So we can get one more reload speed on the revolver. And it does look as though we've got quite a few upgrades left on the pistola. We've got 6,000 credits. We've probably got Praxis kits available from the Limblin.
Jensen, Sarif had me hack the convention center security logs for you. Sandoval signed out. He isn't there.
Taggart will know where he went.
You really think he'll tell you in the middle of a riot? In front of all the media?
He will if I ask real nice.
Well, if that doesn't work, he also has a dressing room backstage. Seems to me a man like Taggart must keep close track of his employees. Speaking of which, I also backtraced that breach in our own firewall. The one Sarif opened but forgot to tell us about.
The one he was using right before he hired me. Right.
I remember.
Looks like our boss was being chatty with a private detective named Brent Radford. He lives on Earl's Court. In case you want to get chatty with him too.
Thanks, Pritchard.
Will you be purchasing any?
Praxis, where are you? 2 available. We can get 1 now. We'll get the other
Always a pleasure, sir.
later on if we got some spare cash. So what should we spend this on? Aim stabilizers. Might actually make me good at aiming. Yeah, we're kind of at the point where I just don't need any more Praxis, really. What can we get? Inventory space. That just gets more guns, I guess, which we don't really need either. Recoil reduction. Maybe we'll get the lungs just for the extra sprinting. It'll help us get around a bit better. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a side quest in the lobby of the convention centre. So let's go and pick that up first, and then we'll come back out.
We'll just stay here and make sure none of those hooligans try to sneak in the back door.
Nice little T-pose there at the end. Yeah, looks like that side quest might only open up after we've dealt with Taggart. So instead we'll just go off and see his private dick. Because he's certainly got things for us to do. Aha! He lives next door to where our gangsters were, by the look of it. All their guns are still just lying around where we left them. Very nice. Yeah. But we're not here for bangers. We're here for detectives. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's not good.
Huh?
Oh,
What's that?
none of this is good.
If anyone's here, come out now.
No one's here. Why would there be anyone here? I mean, you're not supposed to be here. Who are you to tell me to come out now? Anyway,
Jensen? Oh, Christ.
Brent Radford,
In the flesh. For now.
how do you know my name? What happened here?
Answers for favors. There's a trauma kit I keep somewhere around here. Find it.
You need a doctor. I'll get help.
No time. They could be back any minute. Find the kit quickly if you want answers.
alright then.
I'll be back.
So our private dick has been thoroughly fucked up. That's not great. Trauma kit. Where would a trauma kit be? There it is.
Did you find the kit? Oh, sweet Jesus. The pain. Morphine.
Yeah, let's get us a bit morphine in him.
This should help with the pain. Now tell me what's going on.
Those sons of bitches. I should have seen it coming. I knew from the moment Sarif got spooked that this case would come back and bite me in the ass.
Sarif. So you're the investigator he hired to run a background check on me.
Detective. Or I was, until... Christ, fuck it. It hurts enough just trying to breathe. Point is, the goons that did this to me, professionals. I think your boss pissed off the wrong people, trying to dig up your dirt.
What people? What did you find?
No time to go into details. My storage unit, the sons of bitches, they're headed there now. Sarif had me uncover a ton of shit on you. Stuff even you don't know. Your parents, your real parents. The tests, the fire. What are you, Jensen? Some kind of freak?
Focus, Radford.
I put it all... I mothballed the case in storage. It's in an alley. Behind the bank. Your files are there. But Michelle knows. Michelle knows more. You need to stop. You need to stop them. Fuck. You robot. This is all your fault. Give me another shot. Morphine. Or go fuck yourself.
It's a bit rude.
Focus, Radford.
Ah, that hit the spot. I think I could get used to this stuff. Hey, I'm feeling a little more talkative. Already. Robot.
Right, details. I need details.
Radford, I know you're in a lot of pain, but it's important you give me as many details as you can.
There's a storage unit in the alley, next to the bank,
Hey,
near
tell me
the...
I'm leaving, but I'll call in an ambulance. You'll be okay.
No. Those fucking animals. I can't move anything. I was turning around, pulling my gun when the first bullet hit me. The second one, they fucking paralyzed me.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you'd think. It might be a reaction to the morphine.
I know what morphine does. I also know what a 9mm round fired at less than 10 meters does to the thoracic vertebrae on impact.
You need a doctor. They can fix that.
I ain't turning into no freak. Even if I could afford the surgery, the augments, I'd rather die than be half a machine. And I sure as hell ain't gonna live the rest of my life in a wheelchair, shitting in a goddamn diaper.
Radford.
Listen, I know there's still a few more morphine shots. Another 2 should do the trick. Please, this is as close as I'm gonna get to begging you. Don't leave me like this. You owe me that much.
Why do you hate augmentation so much?
Because it ain't right. You can't...
It's not an answer.
You can't go changing the way things are.
Of course you can.
You can't replace the real thing with an imitation.
Often you
It ain't
can.
right. It ain't natural.
It
No
can save
logic.
your life.
No, you lose more than what gets left behind on the chopping block. You should know this by now.
You're just wrong.
Neither is suicide.
Don't you fucking judge me, robot.
Fuck you.
You don't know what I've been through. Come on, this should be easy for you. I know Sarif didn't put blades in those arms just so you could trim the hedges.
I don't think you really want to die, Radford. I think you're just scared. I was scared too. I didn't ask for any of this, just like you didn't ask for a bullet in the gut. But you can't blame me, or Sarif, or technology for what's happening here.
I wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for you and your damn past. I never should have taken the job, but I needed the work, the money. Even if I wanted to, I can't afford the fucking augmentation surgery. And I can't live like a cripple for the rest of my life.
Living through adversity is what makes us human. It's not flesh and blood or even bone that defines us. I might be more machine than flesh, but I'm still alive. I'm still human.
You got heart for a robot, I'll give you that. Tell you what, I'll play along with this little after-school special you got going on here. I'll get through this, but not because of this lovey-dovey bullshit charade. I'll live for the truth, for revenge. Whoever hired those suits, I'm going after those sons of bitches. I don't care how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. And Jensen, I don't know how bad you think your wounds were, but your boss, your friend Sarif, they butchered you. Went too far with the operation. You were an experiment, a test. But he's the one that made you a weapon. Almost makes me feel bad for you. Almost.
What a prick. Well, he's still alive at least. That's the main thing. Or is he? That was fun. Yeah, he's still alive. All is well. Right, so he's given us the code to a storage locker. He has also advised us that goons might be about. So who might not want Jensen's past being dug into? I mean, Sarif wouldn't want that, probably.
Pritchard. I located Radford. He was attacked by men in suits. Private security, Secret Service types. I'm going after them.
What about Radford? Did you get anything out of him?
He's in pretty bad shape. You need to call it in. Get an ambulance to his apartment stat.
Got it. And Jensen, don't get yourself killed, okay?
Oh, Francis. I didn't know you cared.
Don't flatter yourself. I care about the security of this company. You getting yourself killed compromises that. So don't be stupid.
We wouldn't dream of being stupid.
Of course he is. I know Mr. Gray is landing tonight. We're working on it, yeah. Listen, believe me, you tried.
Yeah, this
Man
isn't
proved
stupid.
resilient. We left someone behind to watch him. If we need, we can go back, but I'm not sure how much more he can take.
Are those two also part of this
Smith.
gang? Shit, I didn't realise there were like 4 of them. I thought it was just 2.
We tried that already. Look, he can't get the safe open. That's why if you could, send Smith down. Right.
I'm going to need to take
Thank you, sir. Now we'll contact you as soon as we have the information.
Okay, Irish. Ah, well. He's unconscious now. Now, those two are
I got a man down here.
pretty much the least perceptive guys in the world. That took them walking forever to notice me.
Going in.
It's coming in.
Reload. Smith is hit.
Oh dear. Wait a minute. Have the cops just done me a solid? What just happened out here?
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, the cops have just killed those guys for opening fire in a busy street. That's nice. Right, what did that say? Mr. Gray is apparently the man behind all this, but that's going to be an alias of sorts, I'm sure. Wait a minute. When that guy was on the phone, did he say Mr. Dat and then change his mind and change it to Mr. Gray? Is he talking about Darrow? He's surely not talking about Hugh Darrow. Maybe he is. What's Darrow got to do with me though? Either way, fire destroys the White Helix labs. Doop boo. Bodies from the wreckage as ever. Genetic diseases. Subsidiary of VersaLife. So yeah, there's clearly something interesting going on with Jensen from the start. Yeah, we haven't got the code for that, but do we need it? It looks like we need to hack this as well, so yeah, hook it. Jensen's psych evaluation. Semi tests. So it's possible that someone experimented on him whilst his mother was pregnant with him, maybe? Or Right, so some of these files are the ones that we've already seen. Michelle Walters, White Helix nurse, friends with the Jensens, living in Detroit, convenient. Well, we should probably go and have a word with this senile old woman and see what kind of insights we can glean. Alright, this looks to be the place. As with everyone else, she lives in the same couple of apartment blocks. It's a problem that the sequel doesn't seem to have so much. I've only dabbled in the sequel, although I'm sure we'll be playing it at some point on the channel. But yeah, the big hub city in the sequel definitely looks to be a lot bigger, and hopefully things are a bit more spread out. But let's go and find out what Michelle has to say for herself. Maybe she's got something useful for us. Hello.
Did I leave my door open? Wait, you're not from Roland Mills. You're too handsome to be from Rolling Mills.
No, I'm not. Mrs. Michelle Walters, is it? My name's Adam Jensen.
No. You much too old to be him. You must be from Rolling Mills. And please, it's Miss Walters.
Brent Radford sent me. Do you remember him? He's a detective.
Yes, lovely gentleman. He still has my photos of Adam when he was a baby. Oh, could you be a dear and fetch them for me? I forgot who has them, though.
Yeah, we've got the photos.
Are these the photographs?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I haven't seen Adam Jensen in such a long time. Forever, it seems. Such a happy baby.
Should we be convincing her at this point, or should we just inquire?
Miss Walters, can you tell me about the boy in those photos?
The boy in those photos? Adam. Tragic, really, what happened to his parents. His real parents.
His real parents?
They died in that fire. Horrible, really. I was there. At least those other cribs were empty. I only had to save Adam.
Mrs. Walters, I really need you to focus. What are you talking about?
Why, I already told that nice detective all this already. About the experiments and the fire at White Helix Labs. We knew Adam was special. That's why his parents started the fire, so they didn't do the same thing to the next batch of babies.
So Adam's real parents were trying to protect him. But from what?
Why, from the conspiracy, of course. But I've said too much. Would you be a dear now and go fetch my dinner?
The conspiracy.
I would love to hear more about the boy in those photographs.
Such a polite and handsome young man. It'll be my pleasure. The boy in the photo, Adam. Jensen was never really his last name, you know. We only gave that to him after the fire.
Fire?
At White Helix Lab. That's where Adam's real parents worked. At least I think they were his parents. All those babies, the gene therapy they went through. But Adam was special.
Special? How?
He survived what they did to those babies. He was one of a kind. Then, when we heard they were going to use him to inoculate the next batch of infants...
Wait, what were they doing to the babies?
I wish I could remember. I was just part of a nursing staff. But Adam's parents, they started the fire. Yes, I remember that. They asked me to hide Adam. Then they started the fire. Poor things. They never got out in time.
So they started a fire at White Helix Labs. And you hid me.
No, not you, dear. Adam Jensen. Or at least I think that was his name. Well, I gave him to the Jensens to raise. They were a lovely couple.
Miss Walters, Adam's real parents, who were they?
I'm sorry. What were we talking about? Oh, when are them Rolling Mills people gonna get here with my dinner?
I think that's about all we're going to get from her.
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering all the details might be hard, but do you think you can try and focus for a minute? What did you tell the detective?
Well, Mr. Radford and I spoke about many, many things. But don't you have meals to deliver? And where is my dinner?
Thank you for your time, Miss Walters.
Oh, before I forget, if you see Adam, could you please give him this? It's for all the birthdays and Christmases I've missed. I've been saving them.
That sounds like credits. We'll be fine with that.
You've done enough for him, Mrs. Walters. I'm sure he'd want you to keep the money.
So nice of you. Like Mr. Radford and Adam. You know, they called him a genetic marvel. He was ahead of his time. They was hoping to tear out so much from his DNA, but we stopped him. Oh, yes, we did.
So there we go. Adam was the result of genetic manipulation in the labs. He was the only survivor. They called him Adam because they're not subtle about their metaphors. He's going to lead in a new breed of humankind and whatnot.
Pritchard, I need you to assign a temporary security detail to an apartment on Brooklyn Court until I can figure out a more permanent solution. The woman's name is Walters, Michelle Walters.
Security detail? What the hell, Jensen? Who is this woman?
She's family, but she's vulnerable. I'll explain later. Just do this for me, please. And not a word to Sarif. Can I trust you on this, Pritchard?
Christ, Jensen. All right. I'll do it. But there better be a damn good reason for this.
There is. I'll fill you in next time I see you. But right now I need to get back to work. And Pritchard, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's taken care of. She's going to be looked after. That's my inventory. Full of stuff that I need, really. Not a lot going on there to sell. How many credits have I got? Not enough for a praxis point. Have I got any praxis point from completing that quest? Yeah, we have. Swish. Where should we spend this? Hacking, social enhance we've got. More sprint upgrades. It's nice to have. And now we should go to the convention centre so we can find out the location of Sandoval. Oh, that's a good length sprint. I like that. That is good stuff. So, here's the convention centre. We were able to get in it last time, but there wasn't much to do. But now there is. So, we could waltz straight in through the door and engage in a talkie battle with Mr. William Taggart. Try and convince him to tell us what he knows. Or we could sneak into his back rooms and have a look on his computer and see if that gives us any information. And you know I do like a bit of sneaking. So that just takes us up to the vending machine vent that we saw a moment ago. That's all well and good. That just brings us out in the other toilet. Maybe this is just another door and we're not going straight into the talkie fight. Lovely. So,
Third time this escalator has broken down this week.
You think they would actually work and not just sit there looking good?
we've got a meeting hall up there, we've got a main hall in this direction. Ooh. Oh. Well, we'll ignore that.
Bill is really changing the world for the better.
This looks nice.
Back to what it used to be. To before these people started poisoning their bodies.
Don't know if there's
Well, you've just
anything terribly exciting to find around here.
Neanderthal opinions.
Just beer.
Thinks human development is a sin.
I can't believe there are still people out there with such backward mentality.
Glad to hear some of the civilians think that Bill Taggart's mentality is backwards. It's like,
You don't have to get up.
is he just against progress in general? Why does he draw the line at human augmentation?
I just don't get why certain.
He allows us to improve our lives through other forms of technology. Doesn't have any problem with electricity, for example. Doesn't say that's against nature. Well, yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything else to do other than head into this meeting hall. Oh wait, this also wasn't the... Ah, now we're in the bit. where we can do the old sneaky sneakies. So yeah, that's Bill Taggart's restricted backstage area by the look of it. There's probably... yeah, there's a vent. Swish. And there's a second vent. Do those two connect? Yeah, they do. That's a bit pointless. Then we can go up.
We invite critics and members of the UN to tour our facilities firsthand.
Don't you want to know what's going on out there? Just can't watch these cowards with masks throwing rocks. I believe in their cause, though. I don't feel like being a slave to a bunch of super soldiers in 5 years.
I'd rather not drop out of the vent.
Not too long now.
If I have. Well, I've got to.
Sure nobody tries to sneak in.
I'll take a walk and make sure everyone else is in position.
Let's see. Right, we're in. But where are we? Where do we need to be? We are here? Okay, we've got a camera there. Does this just lead back out of the restricted area? It might do. And we don't want to open that door and alert the guard on the other side if we've got no reason to do so. So we won't do that. Anything around there? No. So we've got a camera behind here. And a chap. Can we sneaky sneaky? Not with that guy, there we go. Right, at least that guy faces that way, that's fine. Now, we can't really see around this vending machine, but... oh, he stood there now. Brilliant. Hopefully he'll move on momentarily. Doesn't seem to have noticed this vending machine has just wandered out into the corridor by itself.
What are you doing here? You had enough?
Okay, he has noticed.
What's that?
Well, it's all kicking off now. Luckily, these vending machines might come in handy. Oh god.